saying they have trouble hearing you, but I hear you really clear through this mic.
I do as well, so I'm not really sure.
I think it's just my levels going through. That's all.
I gotcha.
Are these the exact same bands here with the?
Yes,
yeah.
up until the 6th band. Yes.
Right now, so they'll don't want to deal with the fizz again, something that you're just not used to. If you felt like that was the problem.
I think they can just adapt by picking longer range or safer AD carry and junglers, though.
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely that, or they're able to maybe like team fight a little bit better. I think the issue was in their team fights, they wouldn't like if you would look at their like fight, they were kind of like in a vertical line rather than like a horizontal line, if that makes sense. And so Maya was able to like just come around to the flank and just throw that all in there. And yes, it looks like the Fizz will be banned here, unfortunately. So we will not have a Fizz jungle again for CND.
That leaves all open for a first pick, though. They actually picked Graves, surprisingly.
Yeah, wanting to take that away from Hansu.
And I mean, Graves is a great pick for Maya. He's played it before in PMA LCS, and he's going to play it again. We've seen him do very well on it, so I don't think. Oh God, I keep saying it's a good pick for Maya, regardless of who he was going to face against in the jungle. Is what I'm trying to say. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely a power pick for sure. And I don't think necessarily the Graves was the problem for they are here. It's just the composition that they built around it with everything being so short ranged. Not extending the lead in the early game with that Graves, not looking for the Fizz actively, I think, in the early game may have been something he could have looked at because of where his lanes were. So
what do you think that Hansi will pick in response to the Graves? We've seen him play a few things like Warwick, Jarvan. Like we said earlier, Graves is very strong in the 1v1 early on.
I think we actually see the Talia come out here.
Yeah, he actually practiced that literally the game before they started this matchup.
I think it'd be something kind of like the Fizz pick where the other team is not ready for it, doesn't know how to deal with it. And if Hansu, someone who's very mechanically skilled, has put in a lot of practice on it, just like the Fizz prior to, I think that's what we could see here. And it, like you mentioned in the beginning, it could help with any banners that are made.
With looking at his op.gg, he has played Talia in the jungle, so it's definitely not out of his realm, and it wouldn't be a pick that's completely out of the ordinary for him. So I definitely would love to see a Talia jungle pick here in this match for game 2, especially with that kind of odd jungle pick in game 1 for CND. It would be funny if TAH is able to respond with another kind of off-meta jungle pick.
Totally agree with that, Joe. Great. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of time over here. I'm not doing the best job of it.
You got Graves and Ornn on CNC and D. Surprised that both teams picked up solo laners.
Ooh, the Taric pick for Uramoose. We saw Uramoose play Taric before. Taric, however you pronounce his name. And Uramoose was able to land some really sick stuns, double. He might have landed triple stun in pass. I don't really remember. But Taric, Ornn, Graves, we got a solid comp here coming off from CND. We've seen Rafal play the Ornn before. We've seen the Graves pick before. We've seen the Taric before. And we've seen it done very well on the side of CND here. So CND's looking like a very strong comp here. And if I was on there here, I would start sweating a little bit, knowing what I have to go up against. I mean, Graves, not really tanky. However, the Ornn Taric alone is super tanky, super beefy. And that could be a real big problem here, as they are here is going to pick Jinx for Rich.
I'm actually very surprised by that Jinx pick, seeing, again, the very simple things to pull off from CND in terms of Ornn and Taric. picking almost the same issue as last game, picking another vulnerable short-range AD carry here.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have the priority in lane that Illusion did in the previous game.
Mm-hmm. And they're picking a lot more blind picks this game in terms of they are here than they did last game. They picked their mid and top blind, opened themselves up to Ornn right there. Ornn would just win trades very easily against Maokai early on.
The Echo
That
ban.
Echo ban coming out.
I'm not surprised by the Echo ban. Panic at the Top Hat that game was able to just, weave his way through the members of They Are Here and just land some really good one-shots or just zone off a lot of people from the fight. And Echo's ult's a pretty busted ability as well, just getting, basically a free flash or free health, and free health regen and free dan. I mean, it's crazy, Echo's ult. I'm also kind of surprised with that brand ban. Again, I'm not really sure who they're banning that against. I assume it would be against Panic at the Top Hat.
Yes.
Because Yoramus just doesn't play it.
That's a Panic ban for sure. And not as in, like, we don't know who to ban, but yes, it's directed at Panic at the Top Hat.
Okay.
I think it's interesting, too, that they prioritized the Maokai so hard that they are here, because it did get banned second rotation last time. So maybe Garfield Juice wasn't feeling comfortable last game on something outside of an easier engage like Maokai.
Mm-hmm. Also, the Shyvana ban coming out, that is a Elucida special champion, so maybe just giving him something that doesn't farm just as fast as the Graves.
And there we go, boys. We got a Talia jungle, hopefully, here. Fingers crossed. Give me a hashtag fingers crossed in the chat. I'm so excited to see this. I've never seen it before. I'm sorry, I got really hyped.
It's okay. You don't need fingers crossed because it's not going anywhere else. There's nowhere else it could go at this moment.
Yeah, it's actually, even in high elo, it's picked almost 3 times more in jungle than mid lane right now.
Yeah,
wow,
jungle and
moly.
support. So it's the only way that it could not be jungle is if it's actually support. So I retract my earlier statement. Because it is a good support champion as well right now.
It doesn't really fit Tyler's playstyle, though. He just goes for that all-in kind of melee support.
Yeah, playmaking support. But Talia can be a playmaking support, but it does roam very efficiently and well. Could we see a Pyke this game, guys?
I would love that. But the only problem is I feel against the Taric, against Ornn, Pyke kind of gets literally Pyke's biggest hard counter are champions like Taric and Alistar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Pyke would be a good pick here on side of They Are Here. I mean, if CND wanted to go something a little off meta as well, they could maybe pick it for like mid or something. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my bum as of right now. But
Men bum.
The Ahri and Misfortune pick, though, coming out here for CND, we've seen Panic at the Top Hat's Ahri do very well in the recent weeks here. And so I don't believe we've seen a Donville on Misfortune. I'm not really sure what his champ pool is for AD carry, but Misfortune's a very good pick here. She can just sit in the back line and do some damage. If Tark's able to grab some stuns, Misfortune can just ult and just completely wipe They Are Here. So we have a really good team coming in here from CND.
All right, so let me go look through chat right now as I couldn't see it as I had it over on my screen. Blind could be dangerous. They want counter. Okay, yeah. ADC counter pick worth. No. Support counter can be. Yes. The Janna. We are R. Spicy Aurelia support could have come out. I would have liked to have seen that, or the Poppy as well. Fizz is a flex ban. I'm a flex ban. Talia jungle hype. Yeah. I think. Okay, Hansu's actual trash. Yeah. I mean, he's actual trash. Yeah. Report Greg, but report PMA LCS as well. All right. So we're all caught up on the draft. I think looking at this draft right now, the amount of damage that comes out of this Talia jungle is not expected. Let me just say this again. You will see the Qs come out and be like, wow, that's a lot of damage. So great analysis by me, by the way.
I guess my question is, why do you take her in the jungle though, as opposed to like mid, as she was, I guess, intended for?
So in the last patch, they changed it to where she has no more AOE, so she doesn't like have splash damage on like minion waves, so she can't
Mm-hmm.
like clear minions as fast. But she did get like a boost to her Q to where when you're on the ground, like the warped ground, it only costs 1 mana for the single Q. Also, like her Q is like 100% damage to minions and monsters now, right?
Oh.
So it's not as good since they took the AoE away. It's not good for shoving lanes, but it's really good for clearing the jungle. Also, her roaming ability and doing stuff like water walking, celerity for faster ganks, and it's really good for 131 or anti 131 because of her ult. So she could like gank top lane and then like rock surf all the way down the mid and then gank bot within the span of like 25 seconds. And Talia does have a 0 wins in the PMA LCS, especially in the jungle role. Just saying. I really like the Ari pick from Panic at the Top Hat. I think it's one of his best picks. Kind of why I was hoping to see the Poppy come out, because you just put up the W for Poppy and then stop any possible, and we are gone. Rich has left the lobby.
Uh-oh.
Just think Mommy played Talia as well.
In the jungle.
Mid lane.
Yeah, we have a 0% win rate in the jungle.
It looks like Rich unfortunately had a little misclick here in Champ Select, so hopefully we could fire that bad boy up right now. And oh my god, I just not fire Rich, I meant fire Champ Select. There we go. We're back at it. Guys, what are you guys thinking about these comps? Who's going to take game 2?
I'm gonna have to go with Codename Carries next door, mainly because I like their comp better. But last time I liked They Are Here's comp better. Blue side is just getting beaten in all these games, and I don't necessarily like that. I don't know if that means counter picks but really good, or it's off of the back of most of the wins are off the back of New Kappa Turk and Elucida. And Elucida needs to be that guy because it's not like these Janna roams coming in to flash, Zephyr somebody is going to be like a super impactful roam from New Kappa Turk. He's going to stay in the bot lane, keep Jirachi safe, and they will be, scaling towards the late game. Jinx right now probably goes BF into Hurricane, and I don't know if it's Essence anymore, just sits on that BF until she can afford IE after the double Zeal. So I'm not entirely sure about that.
StarCraft, who do you think is going to win this game?
I think Kids Next Door just has, again, their win can be tough with Jinx, Talia, Malzahar. They're still kind of short range compared to last game. I mean, they have Talia poke, but I think Ornn, Misfortune, and then Tate, which means they win every extended team fight.
Yeah, something else to note is we do see the Misfortune coming out for a Donvel. And I really, really like Misfortune right now. You can do the Black Cleaver build again. You can even do Lethality, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to build Bork. You could do Essence Reaver as well. I think that means that you'll have permanent W uptime. So you just like kite around these fights and everything. So, yeah, and as we see, Elucida is the one that locked in the Malzahar. That is not going to happen. If Malzahar Jungle is locked in, I will give $10 to PMA LCS.
Don't do that.
I'll do it. Because if Elucida locks in Malzahar Jungle, General Dill, your brain is lagging.
Yeah, I like how we anonymous PMA LCS and General Dill just giving us those confronting ideals.
If When? As we are joined by the legendary Jaundice. Mouse Jungle is new meta. New meta is brain lag, apparently.
I wouldn't be surprised because League meta changes every fucking 3 hours right now for these patches.
Yeah.
Yep.
They actually just dropped the new patch during this game. All 80 carries now are AP based. Good luck, everybody else.
I mean, again, looking at Hyla, I'm getting ready to see Vladimir Aurelia 80 carry every single game I play.
They have
now.
to switch by 20, and they're about to.
Oh,
Yeah. Called it!
they actually reached the time. That was nuts.
I almost got scared. I was
Wow.
like, they have to play it at 20.
But yeah, I'm a little torn because I really do like CND's comp. They have so much wombo combos, and they could provide a lot of appeal for Graves and Misfortune and Ari. But I just, that's what we said about their comp in game one, and I feel like every time we see a really good comp come out, it loses to a comp that is what I call comfort picks and more tailored to individuals play, kind of like what we saw last game with Panic at the Top Hat playing Echo and Maie playing Fizz. There wasn't really necessarily wombo combos. It was just more of, oh, I play Fizz jungle really well, so I'm going to play it. And not that that's bad. I think that's really good. But I feel like kind of kind of went that route a little bit. Rich plays Jinx very well. I don't really know. I believe Garfield Juice plays Maokai very well. Simply phenomenal. We saw him just select the Malzahar again, and he had some pretty good plays on it last game. So I think, I want to give it on pen and paper. I want to give it to CND hands down that they're going to win this game, just because they have the better comp. But I just I'm just not sure. I'll give it to CND because they have the better comp, but
it's like you talked yourself out of your own point.
I don't know.
Oh, I know. I understand. That's where I was last game. Biscuit. It's like comfort is to be said, but I think what was really good about the comp from Codename Carries Next Door last game is that it still worked together in its own way, and then the way they execute it. It always comes down to execution. Unless you have a draft like one that I won't mention, that
oh no.
Yeah, that it all comes down to execution. And even in that game it came down to execution. But it's going to come down to this comp for They Are Here still works together in a way to where they do have the point and click from the Maokai, from the Malzahar. They do have Pule this time a lot better in the form of Maokai, Janna, and Talia, because Ari or Graves jumping on that unraveled earth or something could take a lot of damage unnecessarily or unbeknownst to them if Talia lays it down. And also, depending on how well these ultimates are used, and if Jinx can get online a little bit earlier, that might change everything. So who thinks one carry on Codename Kids Next Door will build a QSS before 35 minutes? I believe that a Donvel will be the first person to build a QSS, if there's anybody. I don't believe Ari will do it. I think it should be first, if not second item, but I digress.
I think theoretically you're right, but PMALCS theory-wise, you are wrong. I think it's going to get built like fourth or fifth item on MF. That's if they're losing. I'm just going to go, especially right now on MF, going Essence Reaver, Black Cleaver, 40% CDR after 2. I'm so stupid.
Well, then maybe it's third item right there, or maybe if you feel like you have that much gold, but you can't complete the Black Cleaver, or you can't complete Essence Reaver, then you can just drop it down or something. Get the QSS then, because it's more important. I think Fudgy was casting one game where it was which team will build more QSSs, and then the team that built more QSSs won, because math, right? If there's a bunch of point and click, you just need to build QSS. What is that noise?
We like flashy damage things. I don't know. I'm on click to talk, so it ain't me.
Okay. All right, get
Do you
your.
think we'll see an invade this game or a 5-point?
I think 5-point. There's no way. I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that Maye was the MVP for Game 1. So congratulations, Maye, for getting another MVP. Get your hashtag TAH win or hashtag CND win. And yes, that is Joe Biscuit hat. I can see it on the Discord. There's some.
Oh, sorry.
There's some like wind tunnel, whatever.
Could be Jana.
Yeah, she's just making a storm out there. God damn it, Tyler.
99 can blow you away.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like we have a pause.
Is it Hansu?
30 seconds into the game.
Much LCS.
He's on a different one, so yeah, it looks like it's Hansu again. Well, boys, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Same.
Hansu.
Hold down the fort, Sean.
I'm holding it down.
I'm flashing.
Yeah, I'm flashing forward. Have you ever seen that video where Bjergsen was doing with Dominate and like the jungler comes and kills Bjergsen and then Bjergsen's like, oh man, I wish I would have gotten an MIA from my jungler, and while it's gray screen, like you hear Dominate saying, oh, he's gone, I'm flashing, and it's pretty funny. Oh, we're back in. Yes. Hansu is good.
Odds up with the split.
Can we call them they are pos?
Here.
Jaundice, everyone's seen that video now. And if not, you should go see it. It was story time because it was pause time. Yeah, how many okay, plus or minus 3 banners per team this game.
Team, there's no way that's happening. I'm gonna call them like 4 banners overall.
4 banners. Okay, that's what I mean. 3 banners in the game. Yeah.
It's gonna be 4 again. It's gonna be 3 on there here, and then 1 on CND.
I don't see Jana building it anytime soon.
I still think that should be a 3rd item thing after Ardent and after Redemption.
Ardent Redemption, but then the amount of bursts that you could get if you get the oh, I love that. I love that from Panic, where he just auto taps the shield and it's like, alright, it's down. What are you gonna do now? You don't have that safety. Is Joe back yet?
Oh, I am back. What's going on, boys?
Well, we're back in the game. We just want to make sure that you're back, that's all.
Yeah, shortest pause ever.
Damn. I'm so sad. It was so short.
Interesting that he's taking the Gromp here while he has Talisman. I think the Wolves is the easiest camp to take with this. Oh,
Surprisingly, Ornn actually lost the first 2 trades top.
they're gonna meet in the jungle right here. Red buff.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Can't fuck with Q Smite off the Graves.
Looks like nothing's gonna happen though with that meeting.
Where are you in the game?
2:30.
Okay.
Yeah, try to speed it up a little bit. We're at like 39 right now.
I'm there.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, Maye is actually gonna get both scuttles, and then just have the healthiest clear of all junglers in the world. Look at all that mana he got back. That's busted.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it looks like CND is just gonna win this game. They got full scuttle crabs. You know, we could just end the game right now and just, all go home.
Hansu just
We have a massive gold lead.
Yeah, 200.
Ooh, we got a little bit of a bot lane skirmish here. Just some trading, nothing big.
While Maye does have some pressure, I kind of wish he would just go fight Talia. Talia is really good at trading in the jungle, but if she's fighting on her warped ground just like mid lane Talia used to, it's not good for her.
Well, I would have liked to see him actually lane gank top right there as well, because Malachi pushed super hard and then had no mana. He warded River, but he could have just got lane ganked.
Agreed.
Yeah, Rafal is definitely putting some damage onto Garfield Juice as well, with being that Ornn, which is really nice to see on the side of CND, that he's able to apply that early pressure here 4 minutes into the game.
Well, Riot did a good job of making sure his W does more damage than Rumble's Flame Spitter too.
Not next patch.
Thanks, Riot.
Next patch, Rumble's Flame Spitter. Oh,
Oh, and it looks like we have a gank here coming in on Garfield Juice, but he'll be able to get out alive. Doesn't even have to blow his flash there. Looking pretty good on the side of Garfield Juice.
Yeah, a lot of people will do that though, just so that the other top laner has to recall their status tower, because Ornn just gets free pressure, free items.
did anyone else think that Rafal was lagging? Because he was just standing there while the gank was happening. I don't know if he was baiting it out or not.
I think he baited that he was too far away because of his short range.
Yeah, it could have been a bait. Could be the lag. Not really sure. And it looks like Hansu's here as the W is going to land onto Rafal, and Maokai travels all the way to where Rafal landed, and Rafal's going to have to flash to dodge the Talia abilities here. You know, you don't want to be in a position like that. I'm not a top laner, but I think I could speak for all top laners when I say if your opponent has flash as well as your opponent's jungler, it doesn't look good. Panic at the top hat here is actually going to land all his abilities here on Simply Phenomenal, and the Ignite is what finishes Simply Phenomenal as he goes down to Panic at the top hat for first blood.
Wow, I didn't even see that on stream. That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. As you were saying earlier, though, Sean, just Panic's really good at getting that Malzahar passive shield off. All he did was just auto him and literally walked up and charmed Q Ignite.
Oh yeah, was that pre-6? He didn't even have to use ult for that.
Yeah, no flash or ult.
Joe, what's your time on this?
6 minutes.
Okay, you're about a 1 minute behind. 1 second behind, excuse me. 1 minute.
Okay, yeah, I just
1 minute would be
Ooh,
something.
Maie
Yeah, they
is
already
going to
got
find
better.
Hansu here in the jungle as both are about taken down to half health here, and they're both going to have to disengage.
I will say something about this bottom lane. We saw it in the last game. Now it was a little bit of a more aggressive lane for the side of they are here, but right now, even though there's a massive wave coming into the Jinx, being even at farm at this point when you're gonna spike earlier.
No, it looks like we got a little gank here in mid lane as Simply Phenomenal is going to go down to Panic at the top ad here. What a great gank coming in here from Maie. Just not looking good here for mid lane here on the side of there here.
Yeah, actually fantastic gank. Only problem was the charm missing, but there was just enough damage between both mid and jungle to get Simply Phenomenal behind after he just TP'd back into lane. So he's going to be down and gold and experience.
The big thing by Maie, too, that they probably communicated that the ward was down there in that bottom brush. And you see, I like the way that they had put down that red pick over there to cover the jungle area. They didn't cover the jungle entrance. It actually came from his jungle to gank him after he TP'd.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, and it looks like we actually have a gank coming in here against Garfield Juice at this charm, and okay, well, it looks like Garfield Juice is actually just going to flash away here, and he's going to leave unscathed.
Kitty cat?
But the Talia is here, though, and she does have 6, and she's going to wall off Rafal here as Rafal is caught out, but however, Rafal's able to get away here as he dashes away as Hansu blew his flash. Hansu's now caught out here and goes down to Maie for a 3rd kill. Maie actually is going to look for Garfield Juice as well as he flashes in as Panic at the top hat flashes in as well to kill Garfield Juice. Oh my god. A little bit of a clown fiesta here on the side of there here in the top lane.
That was incredible. The ability for Maie to get out of there. Wow.
Yeah, just a lot of, plays being made at the nick of time here, as we saw with the Rafal dash and the Rafal flash away. Rafal was able to get out there with, I think, like 10 HP, and that's, that was a little bit of a nail biter for Rafal, but, he was able to get out.
He did a gorgeous job of predicting the Talia keys. It's a very telegraphed ability, even though it shoots 5 like rocks at you. He got to every single one right there in that gank.
Ooh, and it looks like Panic at the Top Hat here might be caught out as Garfield Juice is going to find him and land a W on him, and Panic at the Top Hat is actually going to go down as Maie is probably going to go down too here. Both Garfield Juice and Simply Phenomenal are so hungry, they're looking for him, but Rafal is here as well. He's going to try to cut off Hansu as he's doing a lot of damage on a Hansu. However, Hansu is still looking for him. We have Garfield Juice, Simply Phenomenal, looking for him as well as they just are kiting him, I guess. And the Simply Phenomenal's ult's going to go land right on top of Rafal, and the kill goes to Garfield Juice. Like I was going to say, though, I think Rafal was able to predict that very well because when Talia came out, he actually played a lot of Talia. Even though he's a top laner, he plays a lot of Talia. I think she's a really fun champ. So, that experience on Talia, I think, gave him the capabilities to predict that Q.
Yeah, I think, as some people in chat were mentioning, a little bit too aggressive in the jungle right there. Respawn timers are still very low. Also, the point and click from Simply Phenomenal being available. I think the only downside, even though you get those kills back on the side of they are here, is that all 3 of them went to Garfield Juice. So it's going to be on him to really be this tanky tree in the top lane and help, supplement the rest of the team in just, being this beefy front line so the rest of the team can do damage.
I would love to see, because Hanzu loves getting first dragon. I'd love to see they're here shove up they're doing right now. Force dragon, because Garfield Juice has TP advantage and 3 kills on him right now.
Yeah, and this Maokai with double buffs and everything, he does have the Nature's Grasp up as well, to where he can win. He will win these trades with red buff.
Holy moly, yeah. But Panic at the Top Hat here is actually just going to wipe Hansu away, just bursting him from 100 to 0 there, sitting in that bush. Yikes. Ooh, but it looks like Hansu's here in the top lane looking for Garfield Juice as Rafal's ult's going to land right on top of him. Nice lead on ult there, but Rafal's actually going to flash over Maokai's ult, and Maie is going to land his ult right on top of Garfield Juice, and that kills him. We have a little bit of a bot lane skirmish here as a lot of damage is being output from CND, but nobody goes down here as both flashes from Rich and Nucapatur were blown.
Nice stun right there from Yuramoose to make all that happen. Nucapatur saving his ultimate, but they're burning their flashes. I don't know if they felt like they probably couldn't stay in the MF ult even with the Monsoon from the Janna.
So after all said and done, though, we've got a 3K lead at 11 minutes for CND. It's pretty huge.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because we're kind of in the same situation as we were last game. The gold lead wasn't as big at this point of the game, but, we saw that they were here. We're up like 3 or 4 kills against CND, but CND was able to take that game away from there here. So it'll be interesting to see how CND is able to keep this advantage. Hopefully they can. If they keep making these smart, plays, if Maie keeps getting these great ganks off as he is in the bot lane, the charm is going to land here. As Simply Phenomenal is going to blow his stopwatch, I believe, and flash away as the Talia ult zones off CND here. But like I was saying, yeah, I think if CND can keep landing these plays, holy crap, Panic at the Top Hat's getting a lot of damage off of Nucapatur, and that is a second tower down here for CND. Literally, we're in almost the exact same position as game 1 here, and hopefully CND can just keep this lead for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're forcing extremely smartly with their mid-game power spike, though.
Yeah, being able to have this Herald and taking 2 towers from it, that's going to transition into this Dragon right now, which will be really, really nice for the side of they are here. I think especially, having just any one Dragon over your opponent is really, really good. We have a request from chat, which is kind of hard sometimes, just to make sure that we're not saying Hansu or Rich, and we say summoner names or champion names. And that's for all of us.
Oh, sorry.
That's all of us. Don't worry.
Hansu's
so
just
close
easier
to
to say
personal.
than Elucidity. How do you pronounce?
Elucida?
Elucida. Okay.
Yeah.
You say Talia.
Yeah. If you don't want it, like, just say champion names. It's
Perfect.
fine.
Yeah, compared to last game, CND, after they got a lead, their 14 thing's a lot better than that game 1.
Yeah. We saw that. That was kind of the problem for they are here. But who knows? Popo's pecking order could still throw this game. We don't know. We'll have to find out and see once it gets to 25 minutes.
Yeah, and don't ban Cho'Gath. It's not a good champion.
Yeah. They could still throw.
Like how
It looks like we're going to have a 2v1 here in the bottom lane here. As Yurmus is looking for a stun here right onto Rich. Rich is going to dodge it. However, Yurmus is going to use his exhaust to slow Rich down. And Rich is able to get out, though. New Turk was able to shield Jirachi here. And Yurmus actually goes down as his ult doesn't proc in time to save him.
Yeah, a little bit wide on the MF ult. Good pathing by Jirachi right there to avoid the MF ult and get out, and then a clutch shield from New Capiturk to save Jirachi's life.
Ooh, the Ornald's going to come in right on New Capiturk here, and New Capiturk's going to go down and Panic at the top hat. They're looking for this 2v3. Simply Phenomenal's ult is going to kill Panic at the top hat here, or damage him a lot. Rafal is still going in here as the flash in from Maye. Maye is looking for Simply Phenomenal. The red buff will kill Simply Phenomenal here. However, Rafal is just defending a Donville here as Garfield Juice goes down to a Donville. We have some really good team fighting coming in here from CND.
Yeah, the guy here got a nice pick, but we have to remember, even though Jirachi did all of that fancy footwork to get out of the team fight, it was still a 5v4 at the end of the day. Even with a nice pick, the 5v4 went in the favor of CND.
Yeah, Yuramoose and Jirachi both coming back from base around the same time. Yuramoose, by nature of where he was on the map and recalling faster through death. Death is the fastest recall. Getting there in time. Even Maye missing his ultimate was able to take out Simply Phenomenal with the red buff, and then Elucida just coming back in unwarranted, I believe, to kind of just hand that kill back over to Maye, giving a free one right there, and then he can come down and collapse with a Donvel and Rafal to kill Garfield Juice, which was, I believe, a 1-for-4 overall, with Panic being the only casualty on side of Codename Kids Next Door, which I believe he died to the unraveled earth by jumping over the wall.
Yes, I believe you're correct. And I feel like I feel like Panic at the top hat is okay with taking those trades. A 1-for-4 is pretty okay, especially with only having 2 deaths. A lot of the KDAs here on the side of CND are looking very good. Holy cow, I wish my solo queue games looked like this. Jeez. But like I said, we're just seeing some really good gameplay here from all the players of CND. And, even like StarCraft, like you said, Rich had some good footwork there too in that fight to try to skate out of there. He kind of did. It just wasn't enough though, because we had just a better rotation from CND overall.
Something I'd like to point out real quick is the itemization choices. ADC for Misfortune going the double lethality with no one except for... Ooh.
Oh my god, we got a little bit of a mid lane clown fiesta here as Simply Phenomenal's ult's going to land right on top of Frank. However, Rich also goes down to the MF ult as Garfield Juice is caught out here. He's looking for Maye, but it's not going to be enough. Maye's able to kill Garfield Juice. I believe that's a 1-for-3 in this mid lane fight.
Yeah, Jirachi dying right there. Adonville, great ultimate to shred through Jirachi, and Yuramu's coming with some clutch Bastion and healing to keep Maye alive during that fight so they could win that fight overall.
Sean, could you do me a favor and press X on your keyboard right now so that the stream can see the ridiculous gold differential between jungle and mid?
Holy moly.
But that vision score, though,
Yeah, like the lead to the mid and jungle has gotten is absurd at 18 minutes right
Yeah,
now.
and something I wanted to talk about though is like Malzahar building a Rylai's first over a Ludens or anything like that for cooldown reduction, only having cooldown reduction in the boots. The MF build we touched upon, there are still no QSSs on the size of Codename Carry Next Door, but the main thing I wanted to look at is this Grave Storm Razor first item after jungle. Going for the Storm Razor first, that guaranteed crit on Graves is very, very nice. And then he's going to be going into the Black Cleaver. Man, that is a really interesting build. Something I didn't think about coming into this game. But yeah, going back to the gold lead, even ADC is almost 1,000 gold ahead, even while being down about 2.5 waves. But just right place, right time, good ults for a Donvel. Deathless again.
Yeah, and going off of that, it looks like CND here is going to trade a tower for a dragon. I don't know if that's necessarily the right choice here. However, it is only a tier 1 mid tower. So if there was any tower to give up, it would be that, in my opinion. Double Ocean Drake's going to be really nice here. They're going to have a lot of, health and mana regen. So if they take a really bad team fight, they, will have the ability to disengage, regain some health and mana, and then maybe go in for another engage here. So the Double Ocean Drake is pretty nice. They don't really lose a lot for it, so not necessarily a bad call here from CND.
Yeah, you don't want to necessarily trade, but I think the mid tower was kind of just where they were. I would have loved to have seen them go bot lane with that massive wave, but they can also force Baron right now, which I believe they are on. Yes.
Yeah, they're already doing it.
Yeah, it looks like Rafal being in the bot lane, he has TP advantage, so he's able to TP, and there it is. We have both top laners here TPing in for this Baron fight. I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, Rafal gets suppressed, though, by Simply Phenomenal, as his ult is just going to bit. However,
He stole the Baron!
Oh my god. The Baron was stolen by Talia, unfortunately, here from CND. However,
They get out.
Talia does go down for it, though. But Maia's hungry here. He's looking for Garfield Juice as the triple stun from Jirachi's Chompers here lands on all 3 of CND's members here looking for Garfield Juice. No members from CND go down. However, they lose that pushing potential they would have had with Baron.
Oh my goodness. What a hero play from Elucida to try to keep
not hero.
Yeah, my hero hunts Elucidamia right there.
Oh, Uramoose here is going to land a stun on a new capture, but it's not going to be enough here. Rafal is kind of caught out here as Talia is able to bring him right back into the fight. Rafal goes down here. Now it's a 4v5 here for CND. It's not looking good. They're going to have to back off here. They did get an inhibitor, though, for it, so I would believe that trade for me would be worth, as this bot lane tower is going to get a huge wave slapped right into it.
Yeah, even though they stole the Baron, I think it prolonged the game instead of shifting it, because they still lost an inhibitor regardless.
Yeah, that's the big thing. They've prolonged CND's push. CND forcing down mid, not saying, okay, we lost Baron, just reset and let them set up and everything. Forcing their momentum right there, knowing that everyone was low from that Baron fight and some ult cooldowns were used. Only trading Rafal for it in the end.
Yeah, and I mean that's Rafal's second death of the game out of 7 that CND has. So I mean it's not really necessarily that bad of a trade. He's 0-2-7. His KDA is still above 3. I mean he's doing his job as a top laner tank. So I believe that's a great trade for CND to grab that mid tower, even though they have Baron. They had Baron minions going against them.
Going top side as well.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they're here is going to use their Baron buff to grab this bot lane tower that is already super low here, and it goes down with ease. They all are going to reset here as it looks like CND is going to try to grab this top tower with a Banner of Command minion.
Banner of Command built before QSS. Somewhere in the world, Violet Sociocat is pulling out their hair.
Ooh, not good. Ooh, it looks like Panic at the Top Hat here is going to catch Rich out in the mid lane.
Oh.
Holy cow, Rich gets just deleted. Rafal is going to ult here onto the Celia, who gets stunned and knocked up. She goes down to Rafal, as Rafal is now looking for, oh, never mind. They are going to disengage and just grab that top tower, as Panic at the Top Hat is pressuring mid here, pulling away the members of They Are Here.
I love this from Codename Carries Next Door. You take one of your strongest members and you put it in the mid lane to get pressure there to allow someone to not just answer the minion wave that has to be answered, but to have pressure on them to where they can't even join the fight later. Great picks by Panic at the Top Hat right there. And Rafal with Maye on to Elucida.
Yeah, like we said last game, we're seeing that 4-1 push right now and being executed so well from both halves of that method. Yoramus might be caught out here by New Capture as he is super slowed. The tornado is not going to knock him up, unfortunately, and he gets away.
Yeah, 2 inhibitors down. Pretty easy. Push in both mid and top. You can probably have Rafal go into a side lane or mid. If you want to get the dragon, you can, and then just go bot lane while these inhibitors are down, as it will be an Infernal Drake spawning.
Yeah, looks like here CND is actually going to go back and reset here, as They Are Here just cleared out a lot of top half vision here. They have 2 control wards up now, and that's going to be crucial here as we enter, 26 minutes here into the game. It's still, while They Are Here has 2 inhibitors down, it's still anybody's game. It could still be to that one team fight here if They Are Here are able to slow the game down here, get their waves pushing again, gather that gold, that extra gold they're going to get from those super minions. And we're going to see, if They Are Here are able to show up and be here and catch up in this game.
Yeah, as they all group bot lane with these super minions coming in, but I believe the inhibitor may be responding sometime soon in the mid lane, but maybe not in time for them to stop this push, as they're just going to 5-man bot. They have the engage from Rafal. They also have the Taric ulti to force anything down. This tower is just kind of dead.
Yeah, Panic at the Top Hat hit there, going in for the aggressive charm there, was able to get them that tower there. What a great call from Panic at the Top Hat.
Taric out of position.
Ooh. The Maokai ult's going to come in, but it's not going to be enough to engage here. Yoramus is going to use his ult to engage, and Panic at the Top Hat kills simply phenomenal. I didn't really see how that happened, but Garfield Juice is going to go in here and try to stop CND from going in, but he goes down as well as Rich here. I didn't really see how Rich went down either, but that's going to be a tower and 2 inhibs for CND here, making all 3 inhibitors down for They Are Here. It is not looking good for them, as they are down 14 kills here, and yep, there goes one Nexus tower. Ooh, we got a flash here from Talia that just obliterates Maye here. But I don't think it's going to be enough to stop this push. It looks like the Nexus is probably going to go down. Yes, it is going to go down, and that is game 2 goes to CND.
Wow, GG's for the side of Codename Carries Next Door, coming out with a 2-0 win after a 1-1 week last week, and just kind of cementing their place at the top of the standings. Kind of felt like they may be coming back down to earth after taking 1 game away on them from DP, but really great play out of their mid-jungle duo and a bot lane that, again, ADC unkillable for the series for a Donville. Amazing.
Yeah, like I said last game, Donville just did really good staying in that back line, just poking out with his ult and his Qs and Es. As Misfortune, that's exactly what you want to do there. So great job for him.
Yep, as I think if someone who is a mod could make the MVP poll right now for Game 2. And then after we do that, we will start the mystery skin giveaway.
I'm trying to get that skin.
Yep. What we will do What was this? We will have a code word. No, it can't be Minbung because everyone's going to do that. We're going to... Everyone in chat type Fizz Jungle if you want to be a part of the mystery skin giveaway. And Fling Panda is going to have the poll. So hold off on Fizz Jungle if you can. Fling Panda, post the poll for MVP. Who are y'all going to give it to for your MVP this game, guys?
For me, I think I got to give it to Panic. Panic had some really good 1v1s, 1v2s here, which I believe led CND to, have that 4-1 push in the later half of the game, which allowed them to win. But like last game, though, we had some great plays from literally everybody on CND. Everybody on CND did their job respectfully. They, either provided utility for their team or they just one-shotted people or whatever. And they all executed everything very well. And I mean, it's really anybody's MVP. We have the 826 from Maye. We have the 937 from Panic. The unkillable Adonville again. The one death from Uramoose. I mean, it's anybody's MVP.
Yeah, I feel like it's really, really hard when the team is just playing so well as a unit. I think I would give it to Panic this game. But I think there's a case to be made for Maye and Adonville. Adonville, his farming numbers weren't as great this game as previously, but still 1,000 gold above Jirachi, mainly due to objective kills and everything and just being a part of and having more kills. But I think Panic having that pressure, that solo kill in the mid lane for first blood, if I'm not mistaken, then the roam up top, and then the response to save or fall as well. Really, really good. So I'd have to give it to Panic this game. Someone is mixing drinks and it's really, really loud. Biscuit.
What?
There's like...
Might be the aquarium again.
Oh, my bad. It might just be my breathing at this point.
The fish popping off. Yeah, when games, like you said, Sean, when games are stomps like this kind of, past 20 minutes, I feel like whatever first starts it, like the first reaction to make it all happen, sets it off, like you said, the first blood from Panic, blowing that flash too, even though he got ignited, and literally 45 seconds after that, Graves comes mid, gets him killed again. They get Dragon, they get everything off that. The game just snowballs out of control. You have to credit the solo laner that started all that. I think Panic's the MVP.
Yep. Obviously, topping the damage chart is one thing. Topping the damage chart is that Maokai that got that triple kill in the early game, so a lot, but, I mean, Uramoose with an abysmal 1.2. No, I'm just kidding. It's a Tarek. I'm not, whatever. His healing is probably amazing, and damage, stopped. Boo. So go vote in that poll real quick for Game 2 MVP. Yeah, healing done. Damage taken is actually not that much. Maokai took so much damage. Holy cow.
I mean, yeah, all those ganks and getting hit by Ornn over and over.
Yeah, that's not fun. Vision score. I actually love that about Panic at the top hat. That vision score is 42. It's the third highest in the game, coming from a mid laner. Actually using that to buy pink wards instead of QSS. So.
0 QSSs. You were wrong.
Yeah. Hey, no, I said plus or minus.
All right.
Yeah. I don't do maths. Quick maths, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. So we are gonna do, before we get into our MVP discussions, because I'm gonna do it after we do the
Skin Arena.
Yeah, free skins. So type in hashtag FizzJungle.
Wait, we have to do a hashtag?
Yeah, right there, like that.
Like that?
OPTSPN, just like that, all caps, or you're not gonna be included in the poll.
Wait, what? Oh, fuck! I did a JS.
Angus, you have to do it in all caps, or you're not a part of it. Maye saying, "Don't tank my Graves win rate." OP. is I'm gonna.
I'm telling you, at the end of the season, Cho'Gath will stand supreme. 100% win rate. I just won't play it anymore.
Oh.
I'll play it in jungle then.
God, please no. My Cho'Gath jungle is legendary.
Yeah.
Second to my Nasus jungle.
Season 2, baby. All over again. Let's go.
Dude, the chicken, whatever they call it, chicken boys, give you like 24 stacks on Nasus. It's OP.
OP.
Chicken boys are busted.
Alright, I'm gonna close this poll in 30 seconds. So if you don't put Fizz Jungle in chat, you're not doing it.
You got 28, 20, 0.
That's how math works.
Yeah, it's quick maths.
Quick math.
Make a burrito after this.
Yep.
Hashtag burrito.
Ooh.
Alright, so as we're nearing the end of this, go vote.
I swear to God, if Allie wins this again, she literally just typed that in the last second.
If she...
No more
oh my God.
for Allie.
Yeah, no, if Allie wins this, I'll be upset. Alright. Are we ready?
Ooh, I'm so ready.
And the winner is StarCraft!
Yes.
It's actually StarCraft. I
Put
clicked
on the stream. Show it to the people.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Real quick. Let me show the people. Where's the thing? Right there. Sinzazennik. Whatever. Alright. That's it. Rigged. Type rig in chat if you believe it's the right thing. I demand a recount. Alright, well if I chose second winners, it would have been oh my god! It was me! I'm the second winner!
No, too bad.
And then Opie, but it doesn't count. So it was StarCraft. Congratulations, StarCraft.
Woo!
You have won.
Did it for the culture.
Nice.
Still rigged. Yep, you're right. Okay, so we're gonna go. We need the captains of both teams and both of our MVPs,
Yeah.
to join us in the player of the games. That means you, Maye, and our winner was Panic at the Disco. Good job, General Dill. Or Panda. Boo. Alright, so we'll need y'all to please come up and join us in player of the game interviews, and Jirachi if you would like to. And we're still here, and alright, I don't know if anyone from the other team will be joining us. I will check real quick if they are even on.
Only time will tell. But
I'm casting out of McDonald's, come at me.
they have the strongest security.
Dude. Okay, so we will not be getting anything from the side of they are here. They are having a team meeting, but we are joined with our winners for the game. Panic at the Top Hat, the captain and Game 2 MVP, and Maye, the Game 1 MVP. Congratulations on the 2-0, guys. How's it feel?
It kind of feels unreal, to be honest. I mean, we just played so clean, and we definitely, most of our games have not been stomps like this. We've had like good clear leads, but a lot of them have been like tight-ish, and it wasn't anything against the playing of they are here. I just think that we really played clean both games.
For sure.
Also, chat, get your questions ready that we'll ask after the casters have any questions for both our MVPs. StarCraft, Biscuit Hat, anything?
I would say after game 1, when you guys were behind like 1,000, 2,000 gold, what was the game plan? What was the comms? Because we, obviously we saw what would happen in the game, but what were you guys saying on your end when this was going on?
I mean, we knew the Graves had the strong early game, right? And I mean, this jungle is decent early game, but really he waits until 6 until he can do something. So we played very passively in that early part of game 1 because we knew they had the early game advantage. And then also we told our bot lane that they have Thresh and Lucian. They are looking for kills, so just hang in there until we can pick our fights, and then that's what we did. We picked our fights, and we ended up getting head off of that.
True. Any other casters? Any questions?
I don't think I necessarily have anything. I think you guys have been playing very well and have fulfilled my expectations for you guys as a team. I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything.
I want to know about this Fizz Jungle. How did you convince Frank? Because I know Frank fairly well. How did you convince Frank that, hey, I got this little thing called a Fizz Jungle and I run Ignite on it. And sometimes I jump over walls that I can't and then I mess up. But what's up?
I mean, I was talking about it for a while. I never actually played it for a long time. But then, what would you say, Frank? When I played it in solo queue with you?
Well, so the talk about it started when we knew we started getting into our team chat about playing against They Are Here. He said, "Hey, I think we can counter the Graves with this Fizz Jungle." And of course, right on the head, I was like, and so he's like, and so we were playing duo queue, and I was like, bring it right now, like we're trying it right here, and he ended up doing really well. And so that after he played it well a couple of times, I just went, all right, let's, and we even practiced it in a team practice, and I said, okay, that was part of our draft strategy. Was we knew we wanted red side first. We wanted them to give up. We wanted to let the Graves go through, and have them think that we were blind picking our mid lane.
That's exactly what we thought. We were like, Frank, what are you doing? You're blind picking Fizz, and Malzahar is still up. So you got everybody bamboozled on that one for sure. 5 out of 7 Mailles. Any questions from the chat? Only thing I see is Super Hoagie says, "Notice me, Franku."
Yeah, I mean, really, we couldn't do anything with that. All the practice, the teaching us how to ward, the team fighting mechanics. Hero spends just hours with us individually working on our gameplay.
And we analyzed They Are Here for a very long week. We took lots of notes on what they were playing in solo queue and whatnot. And we actually saw the Lucida playing the Talia jungle, and we were like, that might come through. So we were expecting that and whatnot. And I mean, this is definitely the game we put the most thought into and most planning into, and I think it helped us a lot.
Yeah, it definitely showed. Question from the chat. Frank, Kale?
No.
Gross.
Feeling our next pocket pick.
The summoner icons are enough.
Yeah, I saw all the nice, cute little summoner icon matches. Anyone else in chat got anything? I'll ask chat. For those of you that are here, there was an idea that the mystery skin shouldn't go to a caster.
What?
Hold on, don't worry, StarCraft. I'll gift you a skin if this happens, but would we want to do a redraw, or do y'all actually feel like it feels kind of lame that a caster gets the, just type in chat, yes, ma yay or ma nay? Ma yay for a redraw, ma nay for I don't care. Give it to StarCraft.
Monet.
Skins for...
Someone said skin for Maye.
That's my brother.
Wait, you want...
Yeah.
Frank wants it to do a redraw. He wants the skin, apparently.
No,
Oh.
I didn't even enter.
Ma yay. There's 17 people here, and I see 2...
Yeah, one's his brother and one's Frank. Very well-fitting poll, everybody.
Thanks for your
I hope you guys
participation.
voted the primaries better than this. This is fucking depressing.
This is actually primary.
I think one thing that's kind of been important to thinking about like last split for my team anyway, compared to this split, is that we, after last week and after the power rankings from you guys, we just thought, this isn't the time to, this is the time to turn the heat up. Like, we want to secure for the playoffs, and our next couple weeks are going to be the hardest. So our preparation time, went up threefold. So
you're saying the power rankings were a good thing for you, is what I'm hearing. Everyone, you heard it right here first. First ranked team captain says power rankings are a good thing. All right, everybody. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He didn't say that outright, but that's what he's saying. That's totally what he's saying. No, congratulations on the 2-0 win. I think the next game is. Let me check as I go. Check.
Yeah, real good game too.
Yeah, game 1, I think the most impressive thing was the prioritization on champions by you, Maye, and especially Euromoose, who did get my sole MVP vote on that Alistar. Just saying, I really don't care what's going on in the back. He's just going to just go find the person who's their carry and just CC them so they can't do anything. I absolutely loved it. I think we may have a triple header again this week. Our next match is Sunday at 9:30 Eastern on PMA LCS. Long Anime Schlongs versus DP, the meme match of the week. And then immediately 30 minutes later on PMA SGN is News Team Assemble versus Lunchboxes of Doom. Followed by somewhere Ocean's E-Girls playing Power Bottom Boys at a time to be named later. So some people are, I am bad. That would make you a power bottom. Oh, good point, sir. That's a big Maye. Let's go. Okay, so for all of us here at the Not Very Live broadcast crew, I am Sean Minbung Shannon, joined by StarCraft and our play-by-play extraordinaire Biscuit Hat. For all of us here at PMA LCS, thank you very much and have a great night.